everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs. I've got another Kite Delight project for you. This time it's a 3D project. I am showcasing the new end colors this week on my blog. As of right now, when I'm filming, they're not available yet. They will be available May 3rd in the new Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. So today I am featuring the Sweet Sorbet. We've also got Tahitian Tide. Isn't that a fun name? I decided to make this little Kit Kat holder because, have you guys seen these? The strawberry and dark chocolate. Kit Kat was really about the same color, so I thought that that would be a perfect little treat to go with our Sweet Sorbet. All right, let's make our holder first. You're going to need your Simply Scored and a 7x7 piece of Sweet Sorbet. Now on one side, we're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 3 1/4, 3 3/4, and 6 1/2. Now turn it. Now remember, it doesn't matter which side is which because they're exactly the same. 1/2 inch, 4 1/2, and 5. Okay, now grab your bone folder and let's burnish all those lines. We want to do that with our bone folder. It's going to make those lines nice and crisp. I tried to make my nail polish similar to Sweet Sorbet this week. It's a little bit brighter, but it's still summery and fun like Sweet Sorbet. All right, did I get them all? I think so. Okay, now grab your scissors, your paper snips. We're going to leave just this section and this section here. We're going to cut everything else on the top part away. I'm actually going to use my larger scissors here. So we're going to keep it easy. We're not going to leave any tabs or anything. Now, if you want to leave a tab that folds in, you would leave that one right there, but we're not going to do that this time. All right, so cut that off and cut that one off, okay? Now down here, we're going to snip these little lines. Snip, snip. Well, I didn't do a very good job there. Snip. And this one we're going to cut off. Okay. And then you want to cut just an angle right there and an angle right there. So that's what your piece looks like. Okay. Grab your corner rounder and we're going to round the corners up here at the top of this little flap. Okay. Now I have 2 pieces of the Sweet Sorbet DSP. That is from the In Color DSP pack. You get 8 pieces of each of the 5 colors. And it's actually the same piece. I've just flipped it over and used 2 different patterns. The smaller one, we're going to round the corners as well on one side, and it's going to go right there. Ooh, looks like I cut it a little bit small, doesn't it? Well, that's okay. It's mostly going to be hidden by our images. All right, that goes right there. And then this one is going to go down here on the front side, like that. Okay. Now, all we need to do, and there's one I knew I was missing one of those. Now we're just going to fold this and adhere it over, okay? So use whatever adhesive you want. I'm just going to use Stampin' Seal for the ease of what I have right in front of me. If you're going to give these away, you probably want to use something a little bit more secure, like Tear and Tape or Tombow or Stampin' Seal Plus. All right, so line that up. Get that lined up nice like that. You can actually fold it down like that and it'll match up. All right, now for the bottom, we'll fold all of these in. And let's see if I can I may need to use Tear and Tape down here because it's so skinny. Let's see, I've got a brand new roll of Tear and Tape. Tear and Tape lasts forever. I feel like I have a roll for like a year and then I suddenly need a new one. It's very rare that I run out. All right, so there we've got that. I'm going to fold that in like this. All right, and you can take that bone folder and kind of push down. So that little flap of the Kit Kat, it bugs me. It always sticks out too much, but fold it back like that. All right. Now I've got these things called button magnets, and they come in like a pack like this. They all will stick to each other. So I've got two. I'll link you to these. They're really cheap. I use them a lot. What I have found the best way to glue them is with 2 glue dots on each side. I don't know why 2 glue dots makes a difference, but it does. So I'm going to put 2 glue dots there. Okay, push that down. And then I'm going to get 2 more glue dots, just kind of in a stack, and put them right there. Don't stick to my finger. There we go. And then you want to make sure you get this lined up nice and straight. Ooh, that DSP is bugging me. I'll have the right measurements for you on the PDF. And then just kind of squeeze it for a sec, and then there you go. Now, if you don't want to use a button magnet, you could use Velcro. You could tie your ribbon around the front to hold it, but we're going to tie the ribbon around the top. This is the Sweet Sorbet DSP, or metallic edged ribbon, and I'm just going to tie it along the top here. I like this metallic ribbon. It's very thin. I guess it's 1/8 of an inch. Very thin and sparkly and festive. Okay, so now you've got your holder made. Let's make our tag. I'm going to stamp this, the largest kite, this one right here. All right, this is a large photopolymer stamp. When you use a large photopolymer stamp, sometimes it's like a bubble forms here in the middle and you can't get it to stamp all the way there. It's different than our red rubber stamps because those have a foam between the block and the stamp, and it's able to kind of, you know, flex and really get it all stamped. Sometimes with the larger photopolymers, you'll have trouble depending on your stamp surface. I've told you guys before that here where I film my videos, I have that problem on this table. But on my counter where I design and where I stamp, I never have that problem. So it just depends on what kind of surface you're working on. To solve that problem, get a foam mat. It can be a piercing mat. It could be a fun foam from the craft store. Well, that didn't do a very good job. Let's try that again. It could be the little mat that comes in your Stamparatus. There we go. All right, so we've got our stamp. We've got our kite. And easy peasy, you guys, we're just going to cut it out with scissors. All right. It's just 4 straight cuts. Now, I have something you're going to love. We have a new set of dies called Stylish Shapes, and they're stitched. They're really cool. They're like our rectangle dies where they're stitched on both sides, stitched on the inside and the outside. So when you cut this, and I'll show you in a minute when we cut out the banner, when you cut it, you're going to have the stitch line on the inside, but on the negative piece, you're also going to have that stitching if you want to use the negative piece for something. All right, we're going to stamp these. Let's see, I need a piece of grid paper. We're going to stamp the little kite tail coming off here, kind of like that in Sweet Sorbet. And then I'm going to take my light Sweet Sorbet, stamp and blend, and just color those in. It will dry a little bit lighter than the ink. If you use the dark, it won't be lighter, but the lights stamp and blend definitely will be. Okay. All right, so now let's take our kite, a couple of dimensionals, and put it right here like it's flying around. I have cut out a couple of clouds using the Give It a Whirl dies. These are in the current annual catalog. They'll be in the new annual catalog as well. And I cut them from the Tahitian Tide Designer Series paper. All of our color families have paper packs, and this is the In Color paper pack. All right, now last but not least, we need our sentiment. I've got a piece of basic white here. We're going to stamp it in that Tahitian Tide and cut it out with one of our Stylish Shape dies. All right, Tahitian Tide right there. And let's swing over our cut and emboss machine, make some room. Okay. And we're going to use the second largest stitched banner, and it just barely fits, but it fits. Let's see if I can get that on there without it moving. We've got a new magnetic plate coming, which I'm very excited about. It will prevent this problem. Let's just use Post-it tape to hold that in place. And run it through. See how we did. See? Perfect. All right, bring this back over and we'll get a couple of dimensionals on either side. Let's see, I think I'll do it like that. There we go. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think my kite was a little bit lower last time. How about like that? All right, now I'm going to adhere it just to the lid so that when we open it, it opens like that. Okay, it will stay stuck to the lid. And there you go. So now you can see. Now I just noticed, look at that. I used a larger circle on this one. And over here, I used the second largest circle. I think I like the second largest circle best. What do you guys think? All right, make sure you click the link here on YouTube. Hop back over to my blog. There will be a PDF with the measurements and the supply list, as well as 2 other Kite Delight projects. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.